Well, good whatever time it is, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good riddance. I don't know. I was all proud of myself yesterday. I'm like, we are so consistent. We are, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. my time. Everything is wonderful. And then I had to be somewhere today by a certain time, like so early. My eyes are burning. Hola, Yoli. Hello. But my eyes are burning. I had to be somewhere like an hour and 20 away. Early. This person was adamant it had to be early. Something picked up. Anyways. I'm like, of course. I run my mouth. I'm like, oh, how proud, how wonderful. And here we are. Here we are. So, at least we're still doing it, right? We're still doing it. So, today we are talking about the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, in reverse. So, reverse. And again, always feel free. Take a look at the card, share your thoughts, have a conversation with me if you'd like. You don't have to. But always pay attention to the card, break it down, make it simple, and then explore each aspect or each thing that you perceive. And we see that when it is reversed, it looks differently. The body language is different. Things are fallen, or the figures are different. So like in this figure, the horse and the knight, they're coming from the right side of the card to the left, right? Or you get what I mean. And so we see, I teach that that's like the future to the past, and so that's something to be mindful of. An aspect of this card is that with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, we see a departure from his usual forward moving, reliable nature, now positioned from right to left. The Knight suggests a need to look back before we can effectively move forward. And I feel like this is why things might feel slower. We might be frustrated, and we're dealing with the Pentacles. So it could be money, it could be body. Oh my gosh. So like an example, like I've been eating right, my nutrition on point, my exercise on point. Well, hello. Just blessed 2 days in a row. Well, enjoy your break, have fun. Don't get into too much trouble, and if you get into trouble, just don't get caught. So with the Knight of Pentacles, I've been exercising, doing all the things, eating right, and my body is like slowly adjusting. I'm not losing as much, I'm not shedding excess weight as much, but it's that frustration. Like you're still doing the work, you're still showing up, you're still doing the things that you need to be doing, but it's not necessarily working out the way you had anticipated, right? And so we look back as to what the cause could be. Why is something taking a little too slow? Why are there delays? Why am I being frustrated in a physical sense, like finances, money, body, resources? So it's not just money, but resources, the physical, mundane stuff. Hola, Araceli. Good to see you. And so this sort of reorientation might be urging us to reconsider or refine our plans based on past lessons, or, oh my God, Ange, what? Good to see ya. Um, y'all gonna distract me and make my mind go blank. So it could be, refine our plans based on past lessons or unfinished business, right? And so that's something important for this aspect of the card. Like there can be things that may be moving slower. We're frustrated. Like, why is this not working out? Maybe I have to revisit, I have to tie up loose ends. And I feel lately, and I've been saying this a little bit more than normal, but I've been thinking about it a lot. We need to make space energetically, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Hey, Maria. We need to make space if we want things to progress. If we want new things, then we kind of have to declutter. We have to make room. We have to rearrange our furniture. We have to do things like that. So I feel like that's kind of what's being expressed here at the first aspect or first talking point, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And so unfinished business, tying up loose ends. If I want more in a certain space, in a certain sector of my life, maybe I have to clean that sector up. So let me go back to like how outdated thinking or actions or things that I put into motion that I never finished, right? And I just need to have that clean and clear sort of like let go, like release. Nope, this is no longer for me, or I no longer want this in this way. So I'm not going to carry it with me. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and we don't. We try it out, we realize it's not for us, and then we're trying to do something similar but in a different way and grow in a different way. But we never really said goodbye to that chapter of our life or that situation, that event, whatever. And so in order for us to explore this new thing, maybe similar but in a new way, we kind of have to say goodbye to that chapter, like finalize it and let it be in the past, let it be where it is and where it was, so we can actually have more space, more energy, more room for this new stuff, right? So there's that. So, some of the things we can do: reassess our goals. Reassess our goals. So, ever so often, it's important. It really is important to reassess our long-term goals to ensure that they still align with our values and current situation. We change. We are constantly changing who we are as we grow, as we learn, as we age, as we experience. We're breaking things down, assimilating, adapting, and learning, right? We become better people for ourselves, and we learn to handle situations with maybe a little more ease, maybe a little more grace. Maybe only one hoop goes down, and I only draw on one eyebrow, and I only go for, like, the ankles and not the throat. I don't know. So we learn. We learn, and we get better. And that's why it's so important for us to tune in with ourselves ever so often. Check in, like, are my goals still on fire? Are they still a part of what I want? Are they still associated with what I desire? Am I still the same person who wants these things? Maybe I don't want it anymore, right? And maybe I'm at a point in my life where I actually, it's not for me. Maybe we wanted kids, right? We wanted kids for a certain amount of time, and then it's like, girl, I am old. I am old, and I don't want kids. I don't. No, that money could be used for me. I could be, you know what I mean? It's like, no, yes, I would love that. Would have been a thing in the past, but now, like, no, 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 not for me. Um, so we have to reassess those things and say, okay, goodbye to that. Like, I recognize that that was something I wanted, but that is no longer relevant. And so we have to sort of reassess and adjust. And so, adjusting goals based on past experiences and current aspirations can lead to more effective and satisfying outcomes. So, that is a big thing when the Knight of Pentacles reverse pops up, is something to, hey, our goals still matching, right? Um, Another thing is to possibly reflect on past actions. So, regularly schedule time to reflect on past projects, decisions, what worked well, what didn't. Use this reflection to inform our current practices and avoid repeating mistakes. And so that is another, great thing to be able to do, is like, you know what? Let me take some time and get into sort of like this meditative state, and let me reflect on past things that might be coming up right now. And we don't have to just like pull things out of our ass, but we experience things, and things get flagged up and they resurface. And when that happens, we can be mindful of, okay, let me do this. Let me reflect on the past. Why did I choose this? Was it worth it? What did I learn from this? How did I handle this? What worked well? What didn't? What can I take with me moving forward? And what can I say goodbye to? Um, And this just helps us. It helps us tap into, I am here to do the work. I'm here to save myself, right? I'm here to show up and create a better life experience for me, but that requires me to put in the work, right? Um and let's see, my other aspect, another talking point, is again kind of goes with this is to learn from previous feedback. So actively seek out and revisit feedback from past work or projects. So it's the, kind of the similar same thing. This could involve asking for follow-up feedback from peers or mentors to gain new insights or understand changes in perspective. This is really good for people who work a 9 to 5 and can receive feedback. Sometimes it's better to have that feedback from coworkers than it is from like manager or higher up, but we can take that with a grain of salt because a lot of times managers and higher ups don't really, their feedback is not always beneficial. So we have to kind of like figure that out. Sometimes I would ask my customers like, what do you think about this? How do you think I am doing? Just because they see it. They see how your managers or how higher ups treat you. They see how coworkers treat you. They witness all of that. So I would ask customers some of that stuff. But I think it's a really good thing to pair with reflecting on past actions, is to learn from feedback given, and so we can take it and be better, right? So we can take it, and it's not being better than anyone else. It's like, I want a better life, right? I want a better life or a better experience, better story, whatever it is. But we can take this information and use it. It's all about applying ourselves and taking these and applicable, oh my god, stop situations. I don't even know where I was using that word. So yeah, I need to pause. I need to pause from rambling. But hopefully, does that make sense? Does that aspect of the card make sense? Another thing is the association with the earth element. So rooted in the earth element, the Knight of Pentacles typically symbol, we kind of talked about this, typically symbolizes diligence, reliability, and the slow but steady progress towards material goals. However, in reverse positioning, there's a slight twist. It could be, perhaps our methods are too rigid or slow. Um, so if you think about it, Earth, right? Earth energy, we think dirt. I think dirt. Do you think dirt? Is that the first thing you think of when you think Earth? Do you think dirt, or do you like see the Earth? Do you think Gaia? I'm curious. Like I just see dirt, and then I see, oh, Earth, like Earth. Okay, the whole Earth. Anyways, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm okay. But like if you think about the earth element, it can be heavy, it can be, all these things. It can be it lays a foundation for things, it provides the atmosphere to be able to grow things. But then if we consider that it's in reverse, maybe it's a little more challenged. Maybe it's harder. It could be like a seed that is planted that is trying to poke through the soil, but the top layer is super like hard, and it's like, come on, I can do this. But it's struggling coming through, right? So it could very well be that. I think that when I think of the earth element in reversed, or in reverse, and that's kind of what pops up. Maybe things are moving slower, but it does not. What I'm trying to say is, just because you may not see the result of your hard investment or hard work does not mean that it's going unnoticed. It kind of gives me that late bloomer type of energy, or of your time will come. Yeah. So it's frustrating for sure. Like I'm frustrated for sure. Absolutely. It's frustrating, but you are building something much more rewarding. And so it's like this motivation almost to not give up, this motivation to say, hey, I know when the Knight of Pentacles in reverse pops up, I know that there is on the other side of it, it's about to bloom, right? It's about to burst, and it's going to be great. And so there's all of that energy there, where if we just keep at it, we keep doing the work, we keep revisiting certain things, and processing, and applying ourselves, even if it's like slowing down, so we can recognize like, oh, I need to handle this situation in a different way. I need to tackle this situation in a different way. And so here we go. There we are. And then we recorrect or retune, rebalance our actionable steps. We get back on track, and there we are in better standing. Um, and so, this could be another thing. I think we've talked about recently as well is embracing flexibility in methods. So while maintaining a routine is beneficial, it helps us to stick to things, right? Occasionally, shaking things up by trying new approaches or technologies that could make our work more efficient or enjoyable is good, right? It could be fun. And so, like, sure, we should have a routine in place to help us say, let's do this. This is what we're going to do. But how we achieve it, how we handle it, either our perspective and more so like our physical investment of how we get there, maybe that needs to be altered a little bit. Maybe we need to find maybe fun ways to achieve the end result. Does that make sense? And so maybe going to work is kind of just boring, dull. I know the thing, I know how to do my job, and it's just blah blah blah. But maybe I need to get out of that blah mentality, and for me, I need to start doing things differently. Maybe I'm going to dress up a different way. And Yoli, I'm going to use you as a perfect example because you're all your nails, like, someone who's doing work and is in the office or doing whatever, like, it could be as simple, and her nails are not simple, y'all. But like, just getting your nails done and having them designed or however, and just having them fun. That can, if that's not something you normally do, that can shift things up in your environment. Like, ooh, I know it's silly. It might sound silly. It's not silly, but it might sound silly. But like, just little things like that can change the way you feel about the work you do or even about yourself. Getting a new haircut or a new color, or starting to maybe incorporate different tones or into your wardrobe or different styles, like stuff like that sets the tone for our atmosphere, our environment, and how we interact with people. So I think that's something that we can start thinking about when this card pops up in reverse. Is like, ooh, I can embrace different ways of achieving what I need to achieve, or setting the tone for the work that I do in that's not as normal as I usually, or it's not as, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm short circuiting, bear with me. It's not the same, right? We just kind of shake it up a little. Another thing for this aspect of the card is grounding. Incorporate grounding practices into our daily routine, such as spending time in nature, or gardening, or simple mindfulness exercises to stay connected to the earth. And maintain a sense of stability. I am not going to tell you to, y'all. I was just talking about this, but that, the tree meditation, the tree grounding technique, where you have to like visualize yourself growing roots, that like icks me. It has always icked me. I don't like, I've tried to teach it. I give it as option sometimes, but like I don't know what it is, but like I think it's because I don't know. I like my feet, I think of my like legs getting like more legs and then they turn into roots. Like, it just grosses me out. It grosses me out. But if that works for you, do it. Who cares what I think? But if it works for you, do that. But like, when this card comes up in reverse, maybe we need to be more mindful of like our body, our present moment, how we engage in the reality that we're in. Maybe we need to be more grounded and show up and present with people. So like, when we're talking to people and we're having conversations, we're not doing a million different things. We're not on our phone ignoring, like, we're really listening and engaging. That might be something that's important with this card. Physical activity for balance. So engage in regular physical activity that you may enjoy, which helps not only in staying physically fit, but also in keeping us mentally and emotionally balanced, reflecting the stability of Earth. So it could be yoga, it could be whatever you like, strength training, like lifting weights. It could be as simple, again, Pentacles, Earth, go and take a walk and enjoy that walk, and get get the heart beating a little bit. boost that energy up and have fun with it. um Make it yours, right? This is when this card pops up, it's yours. And so the last talking point for the Knight of Pentacles that I wanted to address today is, often the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Coins reverse can indicate like feeling stuck or encountering delays in areas where we once like saw consistent progress. So, like, let's say I'm used to exercising and doing all this stuff, and I was shedding excess weight, and yeah, I fell off the train, yeah, whatever they say. But and I'm back at it. I'm doing all the things, and it's moving slower. It's not happening, right? So it's like I know that there's the progress. I know things are being built and things are working out, but I'm just not seeing the results I want. It could be like that. Um, this could manifest as self discipline turning into stubbornness or meticulous planning leading to perfectionism that hinders rather than helps. So I think that we need to not be obsessed, right? We need to not be obsessed about doing all the things. I also think that it's important for us to understand that as long as we're doing those healthy things for us, like y'all, for exercising, paying attention to our nutrition, that helps. Like when we exercise, whatever it is we do for like weight training, we're running, whatever it is, like that it's good for us on some level, right? It's good for us within reason, within whatever, but it's not, terrible for us. So understanding that, what, I am doing things for my body, my life, my environment, my atmosphere, that is great. I know that I may not be seeing the results that I want or expect at the moment, but I do know that by me paying attention to the nutrition, what I consume, not just like the food that I consume, but like the media, emotions, like all these things that I place in my environment, being aware of that is still building healthy and great like results and routines and all of that. Does that make sense? And so we might feel frustrated, but like we don't need to obsess that, oh, I'm not seeing the results. Why am I not seeing the results? I am building something that is way better than just immediate results, right? We are doing things to set ourselves up for success, to set ourselves up to thrive. And so if we just keep at creating better habits for ourselves, learning what those are, reassessing our goals and readjusting and adapting a new things to get there. Oh, just we're building something great. We are, and so and so the last aspects we can, it might be, in both personal and professional life, identify areas where progress feels particularly slow and look for root causes and think about creative ways to solve the issues. And so maybe things are moving slow. Okay, I see that. This sector of life is moving slow. I got this gem, this coin in my hand, this pentacles, and I can see it and I realize like, oh, there's things that are moving slower. What can I do to speed it up, or what can I do to motivate it again? What can I do to maybe get to that root cause and uproot it if necessary and clear it out so I can plant something new? Set realistic deadlines for us. So when Knight of Pentacles in reverse pops up, it can be about setting realistic deadlines. So avoid perfectionism by setting realistic deadlines and sticking to them. Understand you need to go at your own pace. This is your life. Recognize, though, what is too slow for you and what may be too fast for you. So don't judge yourself if you don't get it done in the proper time, but give yourself something to work with. Give yourself a deadline that is reasonable, right? This encourages like completion rather than endless like endless tweaking, which can lead to feelings of being stuck, like, oh, gotta move this, oh, gotta move this, didn't do here, you know what I mean? So be mindful of where you're at, don't judge it, just allow yourself to flow. And set up a system to reward yourself for milestones reached. This could be as simple as taking a break, enjoying a favorite activity, or treating yourself to something special. I try more so, if you're going to treat yourself with something special, I try to suggest not to make it food, especially if we're working out, we're trying to get healthy. Like, oh, my reward is going to be like a binge eating. No, 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 don't do that. Um, but set rewards, whatever you're working through, whatever you're setting yourself up for success. Give yourself some rewards, give yourself some goals, and when you hit a milestone, allow yourself to celebrate. And if it happens to be food, maybe make it like an event, right? So going out to a restaurant with someone that is special to you, and you can share a meal and have fun. So maybe make it more about the actual event, and you get to enjoy good food, and instead of like, oh, I gotta have a pizza, I don't know, make it something even more special, and try to minimize the sort of investment of the actual consuming of food, and make it more about like the rewarding experience of being able to be in this environment with people that I care about, music, whatever it is. But reward your progress, celebrate yourself. I think that with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, it's so important to do that, to be able to say, hey, I need to do these things. I need to reassess my goals. Am I on the track that I want to be? And I need to retune, recalibrate? How can I get there? Let me be flexible in how I get there. So yes, I've been thinking it's like this step, this step, this step, but I realize it's not going as fast as I want. So is there anything else I can do maybe to get to where I want to be? But that's going to be a little more fun and a little more energetic, and a little more grounded, to help me. And then as I create a routine, and as I find sort of milestones to reach, I allow myself to celebrate my success, celebrate who I am, and really acknowledge that I deserve this. I'm working for it, and I deserve to reward. I deserve to celebrate how far I've come, because you have, and you do deserve that. So with that being said, y'all, do you have any last minute thoughts, questions, or concerns about the card, about anything? Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate y'all. I wonder if this time was a little better. I'm not sure. I was late, so I apologize. But I really do. I hope that you guys can take something from these videos that I've been doing. I love the tarot, my passion. Well, hello, Zoe. Um, Tarot is my passion. I love it. I love talking about it. I love sharing it. I do have a giveaway going on right now. Again, it's like subscribe to my newsletter. So if you subscribe to my Patreon, the free tier, you don't have to invest anything, but the free tier, it kind of lets me get to share stuff with you. So if you're subscribed, I can share like, hey, I'm about to go live when I do these videos. I give you a heads up. It's just an easy way to maybe get you that access sooner, so you can be present if you're able. So again, thank you for being here. I hope you like this stuff. I love doing it. I'm going to head out now. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Let me know if this time was okay for you, or if the other time is earlier, a little earlier was more preferable. I will talk to you soon. Take care.